So we'll head into the Q&A now and very conscious of time. So please pop in your any other questions. The panel members, please come back up and take a seat. Please don't fall. Okay. Logitech. Okay, I'm hoping that those online can see our very fancy tech change. Are you coming up, Vanessa? Come on. Okay, so I have the roaming mic, which I'll share down here and hope that people online can hear. And if you cannot hear, text Ash and she will make us known in Brisbane what's going on. Okay, so our first question is focus coming on Albert here, the man in the middle. Oh, that's hilarious. Two men in the room tonight. Woohoo. You're now the only one.
I noticed a snap out.
Yeah. Where did he go, Trung? Where's he gone? The question is, how do you explain excision has less risk or reoccurrence than ablation?
Less risk and recurrence.
How do you explain excision has less risk?
So I'm going to take that first one. So I think it has less risk because the beauty of cutting things out in the pelvis is you can move ureters, you can move bowel, you can move nerves out of the way as you're cutting things out. Yeah. So one of the problems with the diaphragm, for example, is you can't move the diaphragm, you can't move the lungs. The whole area is a danger zone. Yeah. Whereas in the pelvis, you can move things around. So with good surgical technique, you can move the ureter out of the way as you cut out the peritoneum, whereas ablating, you can't. Second question was, how do I explain recurrence or response? So this particularly comes in for deeply infiltrated disease. So deeply infiltrated disease, remember, is 5 millimeters or greater in depth. If you have a 5 millimeter greater depth than 5 millimeters, excuse me, when you're ablating that, you don't know how deeply you're ablating that disease. Yeah, so you might be ablating 1 millimeter or 2 millimeters or 4 millimeters, don't know. Whereas if I'm cutting that disease out, as I'm pulling the tissue away, I can see whether I'm cutting through the endometriosis or I need to be in fresher tissue. So what that means is I can move and I can adapt to make sure that I get that tissue in total.
Great. I'm hoping that answers the question because I was doing tech and I have no idea what you said. I'm sure it was fantastic, but
Thank you for listening.
No. Thank God it's been recorded. Thank you, Albert. Brooke, we'll come to you. So clinically, what signs do you use to differentiate between endo pain, musculoskeletal pain, or myofascial contributors?
So when I scanned the code, I saw questions before, so I saw that question.
Oh, well done. Smart woman.
And I'm going to be a bit cheeky, and I know there's one other question in there that's for me.
Are you taking over the panel? By me, I'm doing tech.
I'm tired, I'm day 26. Exactly, I'm day 26, I'm on sleep focus. No, but I want to answer the question, both questions, because I feel like I have a patient email that I got sent to me. It was like maybe a couple months ago. I took a screenshot before, and I feel like this email almost answers both of the questions.
Go for it.
So what was there's another question for me about something.
So I asked the question of what signs do you differentiate between endo pain, musculoskeletal pain, or myofascial contributors?
Yes, and then what's the question about timing? Is it a quick fix or is it long?
Oh, yeah. So the other question, because you've done your homework, is seeing through endo pelvic health. Endo is a quick fix, and how do you, get that patient invested and knowing it's not going to be a quick fix?
Yeah. So can it be a quick fix?
Yeah.
So I'm going to answer those two questions with a patient email. She says, "Hey, I just wanted to give you a little update on my right lower abdomen pain that to me has always been my endo pain. It's 99.5% gone. Only on the rare occasion I would get pain again. It's hard to say if the pain would only be fleeting or it goes when I make the conscious effort to relax my pelvic floor and abdomen. Either way, I'm happy. I tend to struggle doing set exercises, so instead I will find myself relaxing my pelvic floor randomly throughout the day when I notice the tension. Thank you for your help. I've been sharing what I've learned and the link to the clinic with my friends who also have endopelvic problems. It's been really lovely to learn that there could be another cause to the pain that doesn't just mean surgery every couple of years. So I saw this patient twice. And well, actually 3 times. I saw her, I actually met her on the ward after her 3rd laparoscopy. Quite obviously, it's such a vulnerable state. She was day 1 endo surgery, the 3rd lap. It hurt my soul. It does hurt my soul when patients haven't seen pelvic floor physiotherapy before and they're going for surgery, especially when it's multiple surgeries. And that's why I still love working on the acute ward. So long story short, I educated her about a little bit about pelvic floor, her options to go see pelvic floor physios. She found me and we did a telehealth because she lives on the Sunshine Coast. So we did a telehealth once, and then she ventured all the way to Vera Wellness because she did a research. She's like, oh, it's beautiful. I'm going to come for the drive. I saw her once, and then maybe a couple months later, she sent me that. So I thought, I don't know, that just came into my head when I was reading those questions, that it kind of answers both questions in that actually sometimes, not always, that maybe might be quite an exception, but sometimes, yes, it can be actually a pretty quick fix. And so that made my day. Obviously, I think I cried when I read it. And then the whole differentiating, it's kind of what you were saying, Albert. Now we're actually moving more towards treating the symptoms. So, and I think like when I showed you like all the inputs of pain, when we're targeting the symptoms and we're targeting pain, we're actually like, it really is zooming out. It's bigger picture stuff, right? The amount of people I've said to me, do you really like being a lawyer? That's crazy, right? Yeah, so hopefully, does that answer the question? Hopefully, yeah. And then sometimes, we can differentiate that it is muscular pain. We can reproduce the pain pushing on your training terms for it. Pubococcygeus, and sometimes we get immediate results, which is super cool when that happens. But yeah,
Thank you.
and treating constipation, like I said, always.
Yeah, need to do a good poo. As you said, Albert, a couple of weeks ago, what did that gastroenterologist say to you about bowel movements?
Are you talking about, yeah,
Yeah.
two is the magic number. So up to 2 times a day, or up to 2 days apart. That you were going to ask about shitual.
Oh, yes, the shitual. Yes, tell us about a
Just getting
shitual.
into a bit of a habit with that. Yeah, so it's not a one-off thing, but it's something that you need to work on and make it a habit, make it a bit of a ritual. And
Shitual. It's 9 o'clock. We're going a bit rogue. We're very tired clinicians. I'm not a clinician. Okay, coming over to Vanessa, from your perspective, if someone did go for surgery, what's missing in terms of that support post-surgery? What do you think is missing?
Well, okay, so I'll get so actually I didn't really introduce myself. I'm lead medical educator, but I'm a GP as well. So if we talk about it from a primary care perspective, I think the problem is it's all about pain, and certainly when they have chronic pain and then they get acute pain or proper chronic pain, I think sometimes they actually go home with something, but not enough to sort of get them through until they have their 6 weeks, I don't know when you see them again, Albert, but they have a period of time before they get seen again for the follow-up and everything. So I think, and certainly it's all about prevention too, isn't it? So what can you do before surgery to get you as primed as you can so that you can recover better from it? So it really comes back to having that multidisciplinary care, having the people around you so you get all the information, you get all prepared, optimize your health prior to, and then so afterwards you can recover better and you have the people around you supporting you, checking in, and that you've got the tools to be able to manage it even when you and have the right expectation of what will happen following a procedure.
Thank you. conscious of time, it's 9 o'clock and Brooke's well past her bedtime now. So what I'd like to do to wrap up, we do have other questions on the Q&A. We might take them offline and do some collaboration in terms of responses. There is an evaluation also here that we would encourage you to please scan that QR code. But as you're doing that, I'd like to ask the panel just one last question. If I gave you $5 billion tomorrow, billion, not million, we're not playing small. If I gave you $5 billion to revolutionize and reform how endometriosis and pelvic pain care is treated, give me a 2-word response of what you would do with it.
Fully fundamental health. Good research.
I will say more surgery.
2 words. Endo clinics everywhere. I'm sorry, multidisciplinary. Is it 2 and 2?
1 word. You got 2. You got another word.
You're gonna.
Multidisciplinary team.
Oh.
Integrated clinics.
Yeah.
How about that?
Yeah. Not multidisciplinary clinics, integrated clinics. Vanessa?
You didn't get out of it.
We did not think that through. Fully fund, thought through planning.
Clinical education.
Yeah, nice. Thank you all so much for joining us. And please join me in thanking the rogue panel that we have put forward in front of you tonight. Please sign the evaluation complete the evaluation form. I'm going to hand over to Vanessa now to sign us off. And a massive thank you again for playing along with us and being in this space from our perspective. And over to Vanessa.
I will be very quick too, but really just on behalf of True, want to thank Quendo for their partnership. Thank all the speakers who've been given us wonderful insights, and I'm sure we've all taken something away from tonight. Thank Gideon Richter for sponsoring this evening so that we could make it happen, and thank Quendo and True facilitators at all the sites, and of course, most importantly, thank you everyone for coming tonight, and hope that you've made some good connections with other like-minded people and taken something away. So, and fill in your evaluation form. Okay, thank you.
Thank you.
You as well. Thank you so much.